Hey guys, and welcome! Yesterday afternoon we got the patch notes for the next major update for Battlefield 2042, which is update 5.1, and even though it's a bit smaller than expected, I want to go through the most important changes and additions in this video, and if you want to read through the full notes yourself, you can find the link to them in the description below as usual. The update will be released next week, at least that's what the tweet from Battlefield said, but there were no details about the exact day or time. However, I'm sure it will be released on Tuesday or Wednesday, just like the last updates, and at around 8 AM UTC. But before I get into what's part of this update, there are two things I would like to point out that are not part of it, and that's the squad orders and the map rework of Hourglass. The map rework was not planned for this update, but I got more and more comments lately asking about it, so this will be part of the next major update, which is 5.2, that will be released later during the season. The squad orders, however, were planned for this update, but according to a tweet of community manager Kevin Johnson, the team felt that this feature needs more polishing, so it will be part of 5.2 as well. What we can expect to see next week, on the other hand, are all-out war attachments coming to more weapons. So the two marksman rifles M39 EMR and SVD are next and will benefit from the same overhaul the assault rifles got with the start of the season, and we will finally get a low health marker for vehicles. This means that when you are in the deploy screen and you want to spawn in on a vehicle, you will then be able to see if that vehicle is on low health or if it is in combat. In addition to this, the ability to spawn on foot on the outside of the CAV brawler will also get restricted and won't work anymore if the vehicle is in combat, so similar to spawning on a squad mate that is under fire. Besides this, the maximum range of the 20mm flak cannon will be reduced to 200 meters. The newly added rocket pods for the jets get a consistent replenishment similar to the rocket pods of helicopters, and the range of these jet pods will be increased to a maximum of 600 meters. For the options, we will also get some smaller changes, and here a scaling is added to separately alter the size of the vehicle seating and the game hints within the HUD, plus there will be a preview window for the minimap rotation option where you can see what kind of effect your setting will have. Some changes I did not expect to see at all in the update are for the extraction mode hazard zone, because here the hazard zone coins that you use to buy your loadout at the beginning of a match and that you receive as reward for a successful extraction will be completely removed. This also means that the whole buying phase at the start of a round and the reward payout at the end of the round is removed, and instead it's all focused on gaining normal XP then. So for each successful extraction you will earn XP similar to any other game mode, and the number of data drives you extract with defines how much XP you earn. Similar to Conquest or Breakthrough, players will then also be able to select their normal loadouts when starting into a match of Hazard Zone, and the minimum player count will be dynamically adjusted. This means that if not enough players join a lobby within a certain amount of time, the player requirement to start the round will be automatically reduced, but only down to a minimum of 8 players. So especially when you live in areas with a lower overall player count, you should have an easier time finding games after the update, at least in Hazard Zone. But I hope the system will be extended to all other game modes as well, cause this would make playing normal multiplayer a lot easier in some regions. In addition to this, the AI soldiers in Hazard Zone receive a lower durability of their armor, which results in reduced health, and there are several bug fixes made to the mode, so maybe Hazard Zone will get a bit more interesting again once the update was released. The most important bugs that are fixed in the main game are stutters that would get triggered when a soldier is free-falling at high speeds, and this also prevents them from successfully opening the parachute when at low altitudes. Then there are several issues with the ping system that will be fixed, for example one that prevents players from being able to cancel a ping, or another one that would cause a pinged objective or vehicle to no longer be pinged if another squad member has also pinged it, so one squad member could cancel the ping of another one. Then there is an issue that prevents players from being able to spot vehicles or nearby enemy players when inside of a friendly vehicle. Irish's APS shootdown sentinel does unintentionally intercept the 20mm, 30mm and 50mm cannons of vehicles. There is also an issue with the lock-on diamond of anti-vehicle weapons, where the icon gets stuck if the enemy vehicle deploys thermal smoke as countermeasures, and the 20mm flak cannon does extra unintended damage on direct direct impact, but all of this should be fixed with the update. Besides these changes and improvements, the patch notes also give us a first look at the next mid-season event, and this one will be held during July, so I guess around week 6 of the season again, which would be in 10 days from now already. It will have something to do with the Archangel Legion, a special elite unit that was mentioned in some of the archives that we got before the start of the season, and as usual it will come with new earnable cosmetics, some of which we might see here in the picture, and surely with a new unique game mode. More details about it are not known yet, but we can expect to see more info as we get closer to the launch of the event. In addition to these patch notes, I also have 2 more things that might be interesting for you, and the first one is the ongoing Steam Summer Sale that has started on June 29 and will end on July 13, because here you can get a lot of games for a great price, at least when you're playing on PC, and this also includes a number of titles from the Battlefield series. 2042, for example, is available for $15 in the normal edition, and the Elite edition that has all of the season specialists, vehicles, weapons and gear automatically unlocked, and also comes with an additional cosmetic pack, is at $45 right now. Other titles of the series can be purchased for around $10 in their respective premium editions, which means all DLCs that were added to the games back then are included as well. So if you haven't played Battlefield 1, 3 or 4 yet, maybe now's a good time to fill up your library. 2 more recommendations from my side, even though this is a bit off topic. If you haven't played the 2 Portal games yet and you are a fan of puzzle platformers, be sure to get them because they are available for only about $1 each, and this is probably one of the best franchises within this genre. And then there is Titanfall 2 that is at about $5 and is an absolute FPS classic that shouldn't be missing in any library in my opinion. Not sure if the multiplayer is still crowded, but the campaign is really good and definitely worth playing. And the last point for today is a bug that was sent to me by Mustafa on Twitter, and this one must be pretty new because I never recognized it before. What it does is that when you are inside of smoke and you are behind a wall, you will still take damage from grenades that are on the other side of the wall, even though the structure itself does not get destroyed. So when I throw this scatter grenade and there is no smoke around, I do not take any damage on the other side of the wall, at least not as long as the structure itself is not destroyed. But when I'm inside of a cloud of smoke and throw the scatter grenade again, everything behind this wall seems to take damage, no matter if it is other structures, enemies or myself, even though the wall itself is not destroyed. And I don't really think this is intended. I'm not sure if this only happens with Sundance's grenades or all others as well, and I was also not able to test if bullets go through, because I was only on my own today, but I hope that this is not the case. As usual, I've reported this bug to the devs alongside of this video, so it will hopefully get fixed with one of the next updates. But for now, you should know that this is a thing and that you might die behind walls when there's smoke around. And that's it for now, just a quick overview of the most important changes, bug fixes and additions you can expect with next week's update, and some more things that might be interesting for you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching and thanks to my members for the additional support. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.